Hello, parents. Today we're going to be talking about what an extinction burst is. And that's a very important concept to know when you're parenting a child. An extinction burst is what occurs to kids, to parents, to everybody when they're used to a certain thing going a specific way. They're used to doing a certain thing and getting a specific results, and suddenly it doesn't go their way anymore, or they're not getting the results anymore, even though that's the same method they used before to get those results. And what often happens is inside, there's a bunch of tension, sometimes anger welling up inside. We feel very frustrated and upset. So, with kids, when they're used to getting their way and you decide you don't want them to get their way using that method anymore, and you stop giving into them, then they're going to have an extinction burst and it's going to well up inside and they're going to become very angry. This often doesn't happen on the first day that you use a new method of parenting and you don't give in. It could happen a couple of days later, 3 days, a week later. There's some very important things to know about the extinction burst and how it works so that you don't make things worse. So what happens is a child will be exhibiting unwanted behavior on this level, and you don't give in to them. So they're not getting what they want anymore. And so all those feelings are going to well up inside of them, frustration, anger, and they're going to increase it. And you don't give in still. And then after a while, all those feelings of anger will go away and the level will drop down to below what it used to be. So, what's important to understand is if the kid is going along exhibiting negative behavior or unwanted behavior at this level and you don't give in, and those feelings well up inside of them and they increase it, so they're suddenly acting worse. If you give in at this level, you have created a problem for yourself because the kid, consciously or not, knows that this level no longer gets them what they want. So what they need to do is they need to increase their fit throwing or yelling or whatever to this level. So they increase the severity of the acting out. And if you've given in at that level, they'll just maintain or reach that level. So if you want to not give in again, you have to stop giving in, and then they'll go even higher than before, and you have to not give in even longer, and then it'll drop. So what happens oftentimes is duration will cause a problem. So let's say you didn't give in, the level raised, and they continue that negative unwanted behavior for, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then suddenly you gave in. So the next time you want it to stop, you won't give in, the level will raise, you will probably have to surpass 3 hours because the kid knows that if he goes 3 hours, you'll give in. So if you don't give in, you might have to go 4 hours, 5 hours before it finally drops. So the important thing to remember is once you stop giving into a behavior, don't give in anymore. Because if he increases the severity and you give in, the kid will just raise that severity the next time. If he continues the duration for a long time and you give in, the kid will just continue the duration for next time. You have to just not give in. Another thing to remember is called a spontaneous recovery, and that is where you've done a good job. The kid was acting out at this level, and you didn't give in. The behavior dropped, and then a week, few days, for no reason, it just spikes back up. Well, at this point, don't give in, because it's just a spontaneous recovery. It's going to pop up for no reason. Just stick with your plan, and it'll drop back down. Often what happens is parents will go through the initial extinction burst, and then in a few days or weeks, for no reason at all, the kid will just throw a tremendous fit and they'll think, oh no, my plan isn't working. I should quit and build another one. Don't build another one, because they're going to have that spontaneous recovery and they're going to pop off and try to get their way just to test the waters, and don't give in. And after time, it'll drop down again. So what will happen is that spontaneous recovery will occur at longer and longer intervals and lower levels of severity as time passes on. Okay, so good luck out there. Remember that if you're trying something new and you're not giving in and your kid just flares up, that's to be expected. Just keep with your plan, don't give in, and the behavior will drop. After the behavior has dropped, if all of a sudden it flares up again, keep sticking to your plan and it'll drop again. You can do this. Good luck. Bye-bye.